Hey Core-Tex family and fellow movement geeks, this is Anthony Carey, and I want to share with you some of the amazing things that we can do with the Core-Tex for the scapulo-thoracic joint. Our trainer right here, his name is Brett, and he has a history of a left pec tear. So we're going to take him through some of the general progressions where we start with him kneeling on the floor, and he's going to be able to move back and forth using both the rotation and the tilt, slide, translation, and rotation of the platform to be able to hit a bunch of different vectors of the tissue, as you can see with his shoulder inflection. It is his left shoulder that's involved, so as we move to some of the more advanced stuff where we integrate it at the end, you're going to see how he gets to improve that both from a closed chain and an open chain relationship. Here we're integrating a little bit more of the hips, where we can extend the reach. We can load the pelvis and the hips through the same side as he rotates the platform. Once he gets that tissue under some length, he explores those different vectors again there. So he's going to hit all kinds of different areas of the shoulder girdle, the posterior capsule, into the lats that he would not normally be able to get with general stretching on his own. And again, getting the weight shift involved is a way to kind of drive some more scapular motion in relationship to the thoracic spine. We step up here now into the squat rack, which you can use. Certainly a true stretch is amazing for this, even better, but any of your squat racks or Smith machines, if you can get it in there, you can see that we've got his left hand holding on, and he's internally rotated, and he's holding on from above as well, and now he's driving that motion with his feet, so he's actually putting himself into some right thoracic rotation and then his scapula adduct, and he progressively uses the gentle motion of the platform into rotation to create some down regulation of that tissue and extend. The hand overhead adds to the lateral flexion. Now the involved hand is up top, and we're facilitating a little bit more of upward rotation, and again kind of using the Core-Tex platform and the rotation to create that change and increased lateral flexion. We also know that every time that platform moves, it's not doing the same thing, so we're actually introducing some novelty in all the way up the chain from the ankle into the thoracic spine and the shoulder, as the floor, what would be the floor, is in a slightly different position each time. So motor unit recruitment in terms of the joint positioning, all slightly different as a result of that with what he's doing. Now we're going to get him doing some dynamic reaches where he's going to get that scap to move in relationship to the thoracic spine. You can see that he's driving the feet, therefore the pelvis, in the opposite direction, and creating that separation between the rib cage and the pelvis. We can always load that up if we wanted to increase it a little bit more with some bands in the opposite direction. And again, thinking about what that platform's doing each time. Now he's going to head over top and driving that motion by creating rotation. So using the transverse plane to actually increase frontal plane motion is a really unique aspect of what we can do with the Core-Tex when we position the user effectively. And by the end of this, Brett had some great motion in his scapulo-thoracic joint. His range of motion overall in his glenohumeral joint was outstanding, and he was a happy camper. Thanks for watching, guys.